What we have right here is a brand new pair of earbuds just announced by Jaybird this morning, and honestly, they might be my new favorite pair of earbuds for working out. Whether that's running, lifting in a gym, going on a hike, whatever it might be, these are really a solid pair of earbuds, and they have a lot of things that they do right. So from the physical design, which we'll talk about in a second, to the sound quality, the active noise cancellation, and of course we'll get into testing for all of these, including a microphone test, of course, so you guys can see how the call quality is. But tons of things that I really liked about these. A few things I don't like, and we'll talk about that, of course. Oh yeah, and I realized I haven't actually said the name of these earbuds yet. These are the Jaybird Vista 2. I've been testing them out for about a week now. And as a side note, if you're new here, please do click that subscribe button down below. But let's start off with the physical design. Let's talk about it and see what we like and what we don't like about it. Now, the physical design of the case on the outside, it's really honestly great. I love the design. It's very, very lightweight. The battery life on these is fantastic. So you're getting 24 hours of battery life when you include the case. Just the earbuds alone, you're looking at 8 hours of battery life. Still very, very impressive. That's a great battery life, and I like to see that. The case is also water resistant. That's really rare to see. It's IP54 water resistant and of course dust resistant there as well, which like I said, you really don't see that advertised on most other earbuds. And that's because these are really geared towards a more athletic or outdoorsy kind of crowd, and they're anticipating people maybe going on a day hike and they have these clipped on your backpack, you're listening to the earbuds, and dust or water might end up getting in the case, and you want to make sure that it doesn't take on damage. So IP54 for the case, but the earbuds are even better. They're IP68. So honestly, I think that's fantastic. You could drop these in like a swimming pool and they really shouldn't have any problem. Of course, you can't swim with wireless earbuds. Bluetooth doesn't really work with water, but with that being said, you don't have to worry about them getting damaged. They're also crush-proof, drop-proof, and they claim to meet US military durability standards, so whatever that means, essentially to summarize from my testing here, it's a good solid pair of earbuds. On the front we have our USB Type-C port with 3 LEDs above that. That's your indicators for battery level, for pairing, stuff like that. And these also have wireless charging, another great feature that I love to see in earbuds. The little loop on the top, I think, is actually pretty good for the crowd that would be using these earbuds. Obviously, you could take it off, you just cut it off if you didn't like that, but it would be nice to hang it on a backpack or something of that nature. Opening it up, another good thing is that you can set it down, on a table, open it up and have your earbuds in there. You could listen to just one at a time if you want, so they do have mono mode. And then looking at the earbuds themselves, the aesthetic is pretty similar to the original Jaybird Vista, but the Jaybird Vista 2 here, honestly, it's very slightly different. You can see that it's a little bit more of a fabric exterior there, but we still have 3 different wingtips that it comes with in the box, or really 3 different entire fittings, So the wingtip and the little ear tip in itself are connected, so you have to pick one of 3. And I found that honestly, it's pretty easy to find the right one. It might be a different size in either ear, so you want to test all the different ones before you choose. And it is a physical button on the outside. Again, another great thing that I love in active earbuds, because if you're running in the winter and you have gloves on, or if your hands are wet, sometimes touchpads don't work. And so having physical buttons, another big positive here. Overall, the physical design of these is really, really winning so far. I think these do a fantastic job as far as fit and comfort. I know they're geared towards working out, and most people don't work out for like 5 hours. But if you're considering using these in like your office and you want to listen all day, I found them to be pretty comfortable. Sometimes the ear tip or the wingtip might poke your ear a little bit after several hours, but again, it's something that I haven't found especially uncomfortable, and I've been wearing them all day, even this morning, and I had no problem with that. Of course, when you are working out, they're incredibly secure, and I had no problems with them slipping or moving or really anything like that. So great design overall. I really don't have a lot to say that I don't like about the design. Oh, and 2 other things I forgot to mention. One of them, you have 3 different colors available. I think they look pretty nice. And the second thing is actually the controls on here. Like I said, they are physical buttons, and you can single, double, triple press, or there's also the option to double tap the outside. This is something we saw in the Galaxy Buds Plus, a feature that kind of wasn't really picked up by any other earbuds out there, except for these. I really like that feature. So you have an extra control. It's using the accelerometer, and if you double tap in really any direction, you have to tap it relatively hard. But when you do that, you're able to, again, do whatever control you want. You can customize that within the app. I'll show you that later on in the video. But that brings us into the next category of features. Now, like I said, the physical design, I really didn't have a whole lot to say about that I didn't like. And when it comes to features, again, they did a lot of things really well. But of course, some things were not done extremely well. They were just done, pretty good. And so the big advertising on these really talked about the active noise cancellation and what they call the SurroundSense, which is like transparency mode. And I've tried them both, and they definitely do work. Like, there is a pretty noticeable difference. But I wouldn't expect the ANC on here to be at the same caliber of like the Bose Quiet Comfort earbuds or AirPods Pro. Like, these just don't quite block nearly as much sound. Now, with that being said, the ear tips themselves fit really well in your ear, and they create a good passive noise blocking. So it does block plenty of sound, but just don't expect these to be winning the next competition for the best ANC. Similarly, SurroundSense, you can hear some things around you, but again, it is a lot quieter, a little more muffled, so not the best out there for that, but again, a nice feature that I enjoy having on here. We also have mono mode, as I mentioned before, so you can listen to just one earbud. Pretty great to have that feature. And it is really easy to pair these earbuds. So as soon as you open the case, it'll pair almost immediately with your phone. If you have an Android, you have a little pop-up and you just say pair. If you have an iPhone, you just go into settings, go to Bluetooth, and it should show up as soon as you open the case for the first time, and then every other time after that. Obviously, as soon as you open the case, it just automatically connects to your phone. Now, whether you have Android or iOS, you will be getting the Jaybird app, and the Jaybird app gives you a plethora of different features. On the top, you can see the battery levels for the earbuds and the case. Going down, we have the EQ, which they have presets here, a bunch of different ones that honestly sound pretty good and pretty different as well. So everybody should be able to find a pretty good preset to their liking. But if you want to make one of your own, you could actually tap on edit for any one of these, which is kind of weird. I don't know why they don't have an add new. Instead, if you go to edit this one, you can save it as a new one. Now, what I don't like about this, however, it's great that you can customize the EQ, but what I don't like is the way that you're doing this. I don't know why they chose this method with the dots that you move around and the graph changes. I think it's very confusing. Like, I don't know why you have 3 dots down on the bottom right here, and if you move one, the whole graph just gets really, really weird. Like, I kind of get the idea of what it's trying to do, but I don't know why they didn't just make a simple like 5-bar EQ. It would have made a lot more sense to me. But if you like this, you can also go on the bottom and they kind of like a timeline of what you changed. In case you did something you didn't like, you could just go back to what it was. Again, a really weird way to adjust the EQ. I don't like that. But as we continue down on the app here, we can adjust the active noise cancellation under SurroundSense. And by adjust, I mean choose if you want them on or off. You can't actually adjust the levels of them. But at least you have the option to change that in the app. I usually just change it on the earbuds by double tapping. And in order to do that, you can actually go to button controls down here and choose what each button does. So if you single press, double press, or triple press, you can do, or press and hold rather, not triple press, sorry. You're gonna have those controls, and then if you double tap, that's going to allow you to switch between, like for example, ANC and SurroundSense. So the left bud and the right bud, you can adjust entirely what the button does. So guys, that's pretty much everything with the app. With that being said, let's get into a microphone test. This is a call quality test with the microphones on these earbuds. We are indoors in a studio environment right now. But let's go outside and see what they sound like in a louder environment. Now this is a call quality test next to a busy street. A little bit of wind out here, definitely plenty of traffic behind me. So leave a comment and let me know if you can hear this or not. As far as sound quality goes, these have SBC and AAC, which is to be expected. They're not really geared towards audiophiles. And so for the sound quality analysis, we kind of have to keep in mind who the target audience is. It's not going to be people listening to hi-fi files in their basement in a perfect acoustic environment. It's going to be people out on the run, or if you're out, not on the run, you guys know what I mean. If you're on a run, you're not like, maybe you're running from the cops with these, I don't know. But if you're out on a run, or if you're working out or something, you're probably looking for fun, dynamic music that's powerful, that's lively, and that's exactly what these deliver. They're really the perfect sound quality or sound profile, in my opinion, for working out. And of course, you could change that in the app, but they really were able to deliver on a large amount of bass, as well as an overall lively and rich profile, like I said. But really, to summarize, I have no complaints about the audio. I think they do a great job, especially when you're working out. If you're somebody sitting at a desk and you're trying to listen to hi-fi audio files and really analyze everything, these might not be the best pair for you, but at the same time, I think most people would think that these sound fantastic. But guys, that's pretty much everything I have to say about the Jaybird Vista 2. Like I said, I think they're really going to be a strong contender for the best earbuds for working out. I think they're my pick right now because they fit really well, they're very durable, they have great sound, they have those physical buttons in case you're sweaty or if you're wearing gloves in the winter, and I mean, really most importantly, like I said, they fit really well and they stay in your ears when you're running. I think overall, Jaybird really crushed it with this. I don't know really what they can improve. The active noise cancellation isn't incredibly powerful, but I don't think that's any reason not to buy these. If you guys have any questions or comments about the Jaybird Vista 2, please leave them in a comment down below. I'll try to reply to as many as I can, but as always, guys, if you enjoyed this video, please consider liking and subscribing. I'm Mike O'Brien, and I'll see you next time.